Chicago for 25 years, virtually every year. We co-authored the book on information, so we've been very close over the years. I met Susan when she was first hired. So for the last 15 years, every time I've come to Chicago, we've all gone out to eat. Susan and my fields overlap, so we wound up talking and the conversations ran all over the place. And what I would like to contribute to this moment is a note that I wrote her when I learned that she had cancer. And I read this not for my words, but because of her reaction. And when she got it, she wrote me back and said, quite literally, that she burst into tears because I had somehow captured how she wanted to be viewed by other people. So in that spirit, I'll read this little short email that I had sent to her. Susan, Zach has passed along the news of your cancer. What to say? Good grief. That's about the extent of my poetry. In these moments I find most reason and words evaporate like dust in the winds of uncertainty and inquietude. We all cross the Styx alone. But until then, we stand in line together. Some folks amble forward from a long way back. Most just seem to mill around randomly. A few you want to nudge up closer to the ferry. You reside among the fewer yet who make hanging around worthwhile with their presence and tastes and ideas and wit, emitting a sturdy light that brightens places and people. Maybe your light derives from a stolid Midwestern stock of tough old birds. Who knows? Maybe it's just grace, a quality displayed through no volition of yours, but simply because of who you are. But now comes a cloud on the horizon. I can only imagine that you, with your unique admixture of elegance and orneriness, have the courage to live in its presence and push back at the shadows it casts, all the while making richer the weight we all share. And I would say, just in closing, that it's the brightness and the richness that I remember from Susan. And this was a woman who could enjoy a fine cigar.
Thank you, Michael. I was going to say something else, but I want to follow up on what you said because your classical references, I think, were so poignant and really reminded me of the one of the last times I talked with Susan about death and what was going to happen afterwards. And it reminds me actually thinking about what you were saying about making gestures that she, you don't know how she would feel about, but I was very worried about her at the end and what happens afterwards, and she didn't know, and none of us knew. And fun boys and I went to a coin store in Niles, actually, and picked up some Greek drachma. And last time I saw her at her house, put them in her bedding so that she would have something for the river Styx and be able to make it across. But because what else do you do? Do the best you can. But we're all going to miss her a lot. We in the history department have talked a lot about how to honor Susan, and certainly with friends and colleagues and food and drink were all things that she valued. And we've also decided another way, though, and that is we've established a scholarship fund in Susan's name.
Wonderful.
And we've, it's the Susan E. Rosa Memorial Scholarship that, as some people have said, the other thing, I mean, she was such a dedicated teacher. And we thought this is probably one of the best ways to memorialize her, is to establish a scholarship which will go toward students who want to pursue graduate studies. And she was such a great mentor, I think, to our undergraduates in particular, that it's such a fitting tribute. That I do want to ask, everyone who's here, if you can, to participate in this with us. There are appeal cards, donation cards at the front door on your way out. If you could take one, and just, however small, but I think the department, the history department as a whole, has really stepped up and embraced this project, and everyone has contributed, and I think that she would really appreciate that too. So thank you.